Welcome, folks, to a fantastic matchup that will continue the championship legacy of the proud Pacific 12 Conference. It stretches back more than a decade. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. So the Oregon State Beavers offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it. And now one final showdown. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, and especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs. And also, you win this game, who knows how it can impact you at that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champ.
Tailback with another slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Card. Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball for 31.
If that cornerback's going to have outside leverage on third down, he's basically giving you the quick slant. Good read and a nice throw for the first.
They're going to run it here. Gets the first and still running. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Beavers offense is on the move now. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the Beavers line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll run it here. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. To bootleg here. He lets it go on the move. He's got it near the end zone. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that.
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. Just getting settled into this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kirk.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all settling into this football game. They got straight to their reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So Washington State's offense comes out for their first possession today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Tailback takes the handoff again. Looks like Washington State will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Has the first down and more. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Throws it to the right. He's got a receiver wide open here. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27. 1st down here for this offense. Ball handed to the running back. He shreds this. Legs still churning. Won't go down. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all
Are you
year.
serious?
And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State. If you play quarterback, how about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
On the move now. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Card. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short. Caught behind the
Oh,
line.
we kidding me?
And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge...
Such bullshit, man. What the fuck? Really? The fucking defensive end got out there? Boy.
Down stop. The offense starts with excellent field position. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Second after their defense cannot stop him short of the mark. Washington State now operating in the red zone. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he...
And he's caught! Touchdown, Washington State.
Boy, what a throw. But what's more impressive is the toughness by that quarterback, knowing he's about to get hit and still makes that throw.
They'll try to add to the lead now with BAT. BAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Oregon State's offense trots back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay game. Offense.
Quarterback lost track of the play clock. That'll cost the offense 5. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
How fucking good is that fucking DN, man? That dude's whipping my ass. He's a speed rusher. Oh shit, he's got 87 speed. He's got quick jump. Damn that dude.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Bootleg looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Tries to get it to the running back. Nice grab. It's Ellison. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28. And Kirk, Washington State has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the clear. He's brought down, but what a pickup on the ground.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup, Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's...
The ball is loose. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover. Hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. The Washington State offense back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Short connection to the tight end here.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice game.
Looking for his big tight end. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run.
What the fuck is my quarterback doing?
Big gain. Move the ball to the 26. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be first down. This Washington State offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Wade. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Third down, out of the shotgun. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. So the offense looking now for building a lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Returner looking to create better field position. And the returner being brought down. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. Frustration in the last drive. They moved into plus territory, but coughed it up. Can't afford that down on the scoreboard now. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Offense getting set. It's second down. And he's got it again.
Hey. What the fuck, man? Why don't you block the motherfucker you're supposed to block? What the fuck are you doing? What in the fuck are you doing? What in the fuck are you doing? What in the fuck are you doing?
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Let's it fly to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense makes their way on the field. Dropping back, it's Coleman. He's running out of time here. On the run here, lets it go. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Second down after that short completion. Takes off in a bootleg. Here comes the shovel pass. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
Looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
What a heads-up play here by this quarterback. Everybody's covered downfield. He keeps his poise. No big deal. Just calls his own number and gets the first down. And most importantly, he slides at the end of the play. Lots of time left in this one, so he's got to protect himself.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Now it's second down here. To draw play. He goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely locked in. Does a nice job of showing discipline to completely negate the play.
Punt team ready to boot it away. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And the Beavers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Second down, we're going to throw it. Bringing pressure. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Just time enough for one more play in the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. The Beavers will kick this away to get the second half going. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Cougars offense back on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Nothing fancy there. Just comes out of the slot and runs a slant route.
Yeah, it's so difficult for the defense to be able to slow this play down because it happens so quickly. Even when you know and you might anticipate that this throw might be coming, it's tough to disrupt the timing when it's executed well like this right here.
They keep the drive going. It's a first down at the 46. A new set of downs after that completion. Look out, room to run here. That's a flashy run with the spin move, but produces just a short gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And from the shotgun, an inside.
Oh my God, what were you doing? You were streaming. I'm sick of this suction blocks, man.
This offense is in scoring position now. First down. This Washington State offense is moving quickly down the field.
Right.
Still with the football. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. He hands it to the back. And that run produces a decent gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback keeps the football. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Oregon State's offense trots back out on the field. Here comes more big guys on the field. The offense going very heavy. They'll hand it off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. And the Beavers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
First down and 10 now.
That's enough for the first down, as we've seen so many teams around the country. They get that first down, look out. They're going to go fast, and here they come. Defense has got to be clued in and be ready to play.
And there's the handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting fourth down and inches. Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Second down after that previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The Beavers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Critical moment in this conference championship. 10th play of the drive. Third down and short. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. Moves the ball to the 28. It'll be first down. They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
They'll hand it off. They bring it down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down. And the Beavers are going to cash in here in the red zone. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Here comes the Wazoo offense back on the field. So some of that first half lead is gone. This game has gotten tighter. There's some urgency now in this possession. We start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The sure hands. It's Perry. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. The sure hands. It's Perry. Tackled, but first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
Kidding me?
Grab down the middle. It's Wade. Tackle.
Every damn call I play, every one is the opposite. It's cheating. There's no way you get 100% of opposite calls on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
What? And I even call a run play, and he's still pancaking my
Defense
guy.
able to bring him down. And Kirk, Washington State has the lead here, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Back to throw. It's Coleman. It'll be broken up in the end zone. That's a great play.
Boy, he just missed another one, Chris. That would have been touchdown number 4 for this quarterback. Still, what a performance we've seen from this guy today, and he's not done yet.
Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Washington.
Hey, Kevin. Yeah. Hey. Okay for me. Were you? So the first thing you didn't know about it until today? Uh-huh. Oh, right. Oh, so that's the first time. What I'm telling you is the first time you kind of any kind of hint of what was going on. Did Maggie talk to you this morning or before the meeting? Or okay. Yeah, yeah, man, that's kind of crazy. It sucks. But with who? With who? Oh, you mean when he got laid off? What? Yes. Yeah. I didn't even know. I didn't know he got laid off. And because I went yesterday after the meeting, I was like, well, I need to go see if JP's still working on the Ansible stuff. I went and he was offline. And he hadn't been online since Friday. I was like, uh-oh. So I and Maggie, I was like, was JP let go? She's like, yeah, he was. Well, wow. Yeah, crazy. But man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're lucky. Uh, That's why it's always good to improve your skill set to be needed, I guess. So, yeah, that's that's a weird. Yeah, I mean, because it's not like it definitely wasn't a. I don't want to say definitely, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't like a performance thing. Yeah, I don't know. And we didn't really get any info from. Oh, you weren't at the meeting, so then like they didn't get any information at all about like. He like he didn't say anything about anything like about like why they did it, like how they chose, like nothing. It was just like, well, it's just unfortunate when we have to do this. You know, this happens sometimes. We have to do this, and you got to keep moving forward. That's pretty much what the meeting is about. Um, so yeah. Oh, next, nah, he was just like, just stay hard to the course, do whatever you've been working on. So we're like, okay, we're missing a few pieces and some resources now. So, I mean, I don't know if it's PI, but I don't even know if it's Ansible, like one of our PI goals to get Ansible automated. I thought it was. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously that's taking a hit because now I don't even know if like we can, like, we're shelving it this part anyway. Um, so, I don't know. Well, well, they don't have a team. The team doesn't exist anymore. I mean, because like that team's like everybody on that team, JP's team, they were all under Chibo, and Chibo's gone. So everybody on that team is now moving under Maggie. So Maggie technically owns this Ansible Airflow thing now. Yeah, I guess because that all those people that were under Chibo are now under Maggie. and JP was under Chiba, and they were doing this. So that's kind of my question with her was like, what are we doing with this? So, oh, yeah. Well, well, he's an architect, right? I think. Yeah. So same with Jay. Jay was an architect, and so was I think what's his name was an architect. Chris Murphy was an architect too, wasn't he? Oh, was he? Nah. Was he Matt Cook's level? Let me see. That's what I was doing right now. Is he not? They already gone. I see a Chris Murphy. I don't know if it's the same one. Is he in Orlando? No, this is a different one. This is Chris One Murphy. Oh, that's right. It is. Well, Mark's still there, but I don't see Chris Murphy. So uh, so he was the same level. Man, I don't know. It just seems like they're. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they're consolidating, like, and I mean, how am I going to say this? From a business standpoint, it seemed like, and this is just my thing. I mean, it's terrible that people got let go, but just from like a pure business standpoint, it seems like a lot of teams are kind of doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like a lot of like we've seen this, right? I mean, remember we were doing this, and then so was Mark and Jonathan, and some other people were doing all this automation IT stuff. Yeah, and it seems like they're trying to kind of pick what they want out of all these products that are kind of the same and kind of consolidating, which means unfortunately you have to get rid of resources, I guess. And so they're kind of narrowing their scope down to what they want. This is my opinion, or what it seems like is happening. Yeah. 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 And you've been around long enough to see that's pretty much par for the course for the last 6 or 7 years, really. So, oh yeah. You talking about the cloud, the public cloud, or the I? Yeah. Mhm. Oh, okay. You mean like our Terraform providers? You can, okay. You could hook into the to the cloud infrastructure or something? No, they don't. Yeah, from a former developer that came from the developer world, developers don't want anything to do with that. They want, hey, spin up a server for me, give me a database so I can write my code and deploy it. That's what they want. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a good experience for a dev team to have to do that. Oh, I got you. It's like a ticket and stuff like that. They have total control over it. Yeah. I mean, if it's something simple like, hey, I want a Docker with a server, this server on it, and maybe some size of memory or something. Like if it's a few parameters, like oh, I want a SQL database or whatever, like that, and maybe a couple parameters around it. Yeah, I think it shouldn't be that difficult to do that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's something else we're getting into. Yeah. So I still wanted to. Thanks for coming on real quick for this meeting. I it's been a while since did the Terraform because I haven't worked on it like over a year. So I did a little, kind of wrap my mind back around the Terraform the providers and the Go and everything. I do have a couple of questions though. So maybe if you don't mind, let me just talk and tell you what I think, and then and if I'm wrong, say something, and then also, I have a couple questions. So from a high level, actually, it's pretty simple, right? So you get the client, let the client go. And so basically in the client, you have, this is what talks to the external APIs, right? So I created a playbook execution that has execute playbook and a get playbook run, which gets the result, right? So one of them calls this API, and the other one calls to run the playbook, and then it returns that run ID, and then you can call it using this to get the status to see if it passed or failed or whatever. So I created that playbook execution go. I created a project sync go, the same thing, where you sync the project, you get a response, and then you take that ID, and then you call this to see if it synced or not, right? Same concept. So I did that. It's pretty simple. Models, that's just all the request response. Any model, basically, in the whole app would go here. Client, I remember you had that test. I ran that. That works. the test works out. That was just the test was just to get the token, and that. Okay, yeah, I was gonna do that. I'll do a test for each one of these methods, and then so I can do that. That's fine. My question. So I added the provider too. So the provider added all this. So I'll fix this. So my question is around data source and resource because they pretty much do the same thing. What is the difference? I'm pretty sure resource is like the actual apply, right? Resource is the CRUD behind it, right? This is the create method, and then you have the read, update, delete. And all this is identical. Like all this stuff right here, this configure, obviously the schema, this schema is going to be like this stuff, right? Like the actual block. Is that what the schema is? Yeah. But the resource interacts directly with the Terraform state file, correct? Where would you, maybe my question is, where would you use it in the flow of our, because all we do is that when you do, when you type in Terraform apply, does that go here, runs the create, right, in the resource, right? Oh, so you're saying if another provider wants to use something from this, is that what you're saying? Are we doing that at all? Do you have an example like in our stack that does that? Oh, mm, right. Okay. But you call it from out, but do you call it from another provider? How does this get called? Like, would it be called from inside this provider code, or is it like can it be called from external? Or okay, okay. So it's basically kind of like in terms of like a Spring Boot app. It's basically an API, an endpoint that's exposed to pull data from a database or something. Okay. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So this is always just a read. Gotcha. So I should create one here for. Do I even need to create one at all in Ansible? It's not going to be the run playbook. Um, I mean, uh, it could be a sync maybe, but I don't know if you want to run do a sync in the read. If that actually does something. But, what about does it read the state file? What exactly does the read do? Maybe that's not. So it's not. It's really. I mean, you could get the status. I probably won't do it just for this. I'm not gonna do it for this, but I'll just do the resource. But I'm just thinking you could do it maybe to like get the status of the playbook. There's a lot of them. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, this is get job status. Yeah, I just copied that over. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. All right. So I probably just won't have a data source right now because we don't know what to do with this. We can always add something later when we hook into the unit. So I think all these are pretty. So the resource, yeah, this is the CRUD, blah blah. And obviously this is the schema that's going to go with this. So I'm going to need a data source right now. I do have a couple of questions regarding. I'll fix this. This is actually my resource. I didn't have to fix that. I do have questions regarding data from the resource. Now, this is fine because we can hard code this in the template. It's always well, ours is going to be like IAC, Ansible, whatever. This is the same repo for every single one, so we can hard code that in the template. The branch is going to change, which is fine. So everything here is going to be basically. This can all be in JSON. We can pull this from a specific APM ID JSON or whatever. If we want to do updates or whatever, we can change. Like if they add run a different playbook. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can talk about that. But I mean, they could like change this to like a different playbook. But you mean here? Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Down here. Uh, call like well, ours is going to be the same thing. Like it's going to recall the same thing, but that's. But in a normal situation, you're saying you could call like an update endpoint or something down here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Mhm. Are you still adding validations in here, even though we're validating at uh, the Jonathan's layer? Yeah. So you know how let's see, Jonathan, my mind's it's slipping on mine. The policy. You know, we validate all this stuff in the policy. Like, are we still having validations here too?
State. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are aligning. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting it in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance.
This is the playbook. You want the sync or the playbook? That's execute playbook. Yeah.
Throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He escapes the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Ball handed off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, that one's picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40. The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. Handoff to the single back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. It's Coleman. Running out of time in the pocket. One of those 3rd down plays coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So, I mean, this is where we don't really have the requirements. I mean, maybe they can only have one playbook. I don't know. Like, this is where I'm not a SME on, like, I don't know. There's a lot of requirements I have no idea about, right? Can you have more than one playbook? Can you have one playbook? Like, I don't even know who we talk to get these answers from. Like, I don't know if we need to do some research on this or I mean, I know a playbook like sets up an environment, right? You run the playbook and it pulls down a docker from Harper and it Ansible and it runs a playbook. But that's about as far as I know. I don't know. Do you know, or are you guessing? Yeah. But you can only run one playbook per run. You can't run multiple playbooks per run. So one of them is always going to be the playbook. So what I'm thinking is like let's say they have five playbooks in their branch, you can only run one. So there's only one payload that's going to come in with the playbook. So if they want to change it to playbook two, they would just have to give it an update and it would change to playbook two. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's always ever going to be one resource, period. It's just going to be the initial one is just initial one. And then if they want to run a separate playbook, they just go and change that playbook line 38 to like security 2. So it'd be an update, and you would rerun the same API. It would and then just pass it this. But you won't ever have there should be a how am I going to say this? There should be a there should be a unique identifier. You cannot have two resources with the same branch. You can't have that. You can't have two resources with the same branch. Correct. Sure. If the branch is the same. No, let me maybe back up. If you run put branch, can you put branch like APM 001 or something. So that's the APM ID, right? You can't do another 001. It can't be. You can only have one per branch. If you change the playbook, let's say you can in that branch in the GitHub, you can have multiple playbooks. Yes. When you run this, you have to switch it to one of the five that you have in there. But it's going to be an update to the Terraform state file. You can't add a second playbook instance in the Terraform state file. There's just going to be one instance per branch in the Terraform state file. And if you change it, it's just going to be an update. It's definitely not a one-to-one to Terraform state file resources to what playbooks. Just think of it as the playbooks in the GitHub repo are just the available options that you can choose from to run one at a time. You can change the inventory the same. You can change the inventory as well. You could have inventory 1, 2, 3, but you would only ever have one playbook and one inventory. If you change it at all, the environment variables, the environment, any of those change, it's an update to that resource, which is a unique identifier to the branch. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm just guessing here. I would assume that maybe I'm wrong. That I guess that's the problem. Like I don't know enough. Can you run two play like? Can, this is where like the domain needs to be set. Like what is it? Hmm, Put. Uh, I mean, hmm, dude, I, I like technically yes, you can do that. Like if Terraform wasn't in the way, I could call the API and pass multiple in playbooks. I could pass playbook one on the first call, playbook two on the second call. Yes, I can do that. I can call their APIs and do that. How do you transform that to a Terraform state file? Because it's so non-structured model. I don't know. I don't. Can you? Shit. And are there any? What's the word I'm looking for? Are there any? Uh, is there any? What's the word? Yeah, not constraints, but like what's the thing where like unique identifiers? Like, is there anything that's uniquely identifying this? Right? What is unique? What is uniquely identifying it? Other than APM ID, branch is the only thing I can tell that's really uniquely identifying it. Because what is an update? If you don't have a unique identifier, you can't update anything. Yes. You really don't need repo if we use the same repo. So you can take that out. If we decide to use one repository. So just do branch playbook inventory. Repo is always going to be the same. Right. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you could if it's multiple playbooks. Um, well, you're talking about the sync thing now? I mean, I think maybe we can I think we can talk to people about this, but I'm thinking that maybe we should let them just run one playbook at a time. I mean, I I don't know what the purpose of I understand the purpose of maybe building multiple playbooks and putting them in GitHub, but running multiple at the same time, what I don't understand what you get out of that. Why don't you just have one playbook and update that playbook with everything you want and then run it? You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, the sync thing's the thing. Um, I mean, could you in Terraform just run sync first and then run all these? Right. Well, I'm saying like if you run because this would actually be two different resource blocks in their JSON, right? Like if they had this. So when it kicks off Terraform apply, that create method in the Terraform provider or not, yeah, the resource file, that create method, it could run the sync once and then loop however it does it, know that there's two here and do them sequentially. Like do one, get the status. If it passed, do the next one, get the status. All right, even if it didn't pass, do the next one. Something like that. Oh, you don't loop through these resources. It goes back outside the method. It comes back to the create method again for each one. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I understand what you're saying. It's going to call that create method twice. Is there anything inside the Terraform framework that allows you to run something before you do the create method? Like a pre-setup something before you run the create in that resource class? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Like a setup, some kind of pre-run or something. Yeah. Well, well, hold on. If we're doing the create, I know it's a little overhead, but if we're already just going back into the create again, we could just sync, run the playbook, sync, run the playbook, sync, run the playbook, and now we don't have to worry about it. It doesn't take long. It usually takes like 5 seconds, less than that. Yeah. Honestly, that's the best way to do it anyway, because I mean, we're talking, I don't know how time wise here, but
something could update between the sync and running the fifth playbook or something. But right, exactly. Yeah. So yeah. So actually, the best way to do it would be to do that. Just sync it before every time you run a playbook. Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 I just think I actually was thinking about it. I think that might be better anyway. Just because if somebody changes something in the middle, you're right. Who knows how long it takes to provision all this stuff? Like especially when those playbooks get huge and they're starting to like because they're going to be like provisioning everything with this stuff, right? Like servers and VMs and whatever else. It could take hours. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just do the one to one. We'll just stick. That's how I was gonna do it anyway. I was just gonna sync it in that query. I was gonna run the sync and then run the command. Yeah. Right. R dot client will give it to me. Yeah. It should be there, right? Actually, I already have that. Yeah. Sync project. Actually, I already have that set up. It works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I already have that stuff you just talked about. I do need to work on the resource though, because the resource is what's I'm gonna pass in the actual sync request object on the resource. I do no, actually I don't. No, wait, hold on. I have the it returns. actually do I do? Because I need the DAG ID run to run the get sync run after that. Because that's when I pass it to the get sync. Can I show you what I have? Actually, I have a lot of stuff that you just wrote. I actually wrote about it. So I have this, what you're saying, the sync project, which is, so this is going to be passed in here, right? You said here in this resource. So this is the create. So you'll pass it here. You're going to pass, I'm going to create that body, this sync request body. So I'll have to set that up here, however I can get it. So I'll just copy the same pattern. So, but when this is called, it's going to return this sync response. Sync response has this DAG run ID. So when I return that here, then I'm going to call the r.client get sync run, but I need to pass that. Is that what you're saying? I need that DAG ID here. Yes, I saw that. It's going to be like this. No, yeah, this is it. Well, actually, there's another one. Oh, here it is, right here. This is it. This whole thing. This, yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for that. Like, it's a lot easier to like take code that you wrote and modify a few things. Yeah. 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 That's the easiest job is to take the code that's already been written and just kind of modify a little bit. Right, yeah. I mean, there's no way I would be able to get us without like just the syntax and stuff. It's like, what? So many like little bitty things like retry dot re like there's so many like framework stuff and the Go and stuff. It's just like no way. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you can like go in here and then it'll tell you what it is, whatever. Or yeah. Okay. Cool. I can actually have a meeting. I have my one-on-one with Maggie in 1 minute. So, yeah. So thanks a lot for all your help, Kevin, on this. Okay. Yeah. I hope you'll be there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I gotta run. All right. I'll talk to you later, Kevin. All right.
The punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. Oregon State's offense trots back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game.
Hey, man.
Well, I'm okay. Yeah. Hey, can you hear me? Sorry. Sorry. uh, 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 I mean, it's, I am. I'm okay, I guess. Crazy, crazy week. Yeah. I don't know. Did you ever get any answers on like our anything? Because yesterday's meeting, I figured we get something, but it was basically like, yes, it sucks. Just just stay looking forward and keep working. Basically, all I got out of that meeting. Really. And we're gonna join teams, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, for I and O was given a number, like a number of heads, or no, or money. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't say anything. No, no, yeah, I don't say anything that anybody. Yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, I don't say anything that you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I talked to Kevin about this. Yeah, it seems like they're kind of, um, like, I would say, downside is not the right word, but like, it seems like they're trying to consolidate down to maybe certain, like, specific projects. I don't, it's because it seems like there's a lot of projects, and this is my observation for working here for almost 10 years or 7 years. They might be like, it seems like ever since I've been here, they really didn't know what direction to go in a lot of places. Does that make sense? Like they were just all over the place. Like, but they'd also have duplicate projects going on at the same time, which are pretty much doing the same thing. So it's like, and then we'd be pulled here to do this and pulled here to do that, but then they would shelve that, and it just seems like it was just throwing stuff at the wall. I don't know, and I don't know if they've narrowed down their scope of what they want to do and who's done that. I don't know. That's just my observation. It seems like they're over the last like maybe two, and it comes from a top down approach from the top of the company too. Like it seems like it's happened over like the maybe like the last 2 years or something, where they're kind of just narrowing everything down to what they want to do. mean, I don't know if you remember. If you remember, we talked when we first met. I've been around for a while now. I was like, don't be surprised if things change. Like, it's been happening since I got here 7 years ago. Like this is this is the fourth or fifth time I've done a team that rewrote this whole stack. Yeah, yeah, hmm right. Yep. That's, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, one thing I have noticed is that like you kind of gotta notice like when people come in, you know, they especially people in higher places, they so this happened as well. I've always been kind of just the worker bee. Like they'll come in, like people will come in and like they'll change things, right? So it's like, I mean, and you really don't have, depending on how you don't have a lot to say, especially like like architects and upper management. They'll come in and like change the whole what technologies you're working on, and just uproots a lot of things, right? So it's happened like 3 or 4 times. So um, yeah, I mean, this whole time I've just kind of just like you said, I've just taken what was given to me and just try to build my resume from it. So and just kind of keep my head down and do what I need to do. So yeah. Have Have you talked to anybody today or about that? They do. Oh, okay. Was he at the meeting yesterday? The top right guy with the beard. I think. Okay. Yeah. Do you know their tech? Do you know their backgrounds? Like what they like? What do they do? Like what's their skill set? I guess. Okay. 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 So he knows Ansible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it seems like we're gonna at least stay somewhat on the path of our PI goals. Because I know Ansible was one of them to get hooked up with Ansible. So, mm, mm. The AMP one, is that what it's called? Okay. Okay. All right. It, okay. All right. No, I mean, not really. I think yesterday and today's kind of just answered a lot of the questions, and yeah, it seems like it was just unfortunately, Mark Felix, and that's just caught up, in the numbers game. And, it's really unfortunate. I would love to give them a recommendation if they need anything. So I have not. I need to get his number. I need to text him and tell him I can. I didn't get Felix's number too. I was gonna see if I can get on LinkedIn with them, just let them know that I can help them in any way. So okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll reach out and ask them if they need any recommendations or anything like that. I'll definitely be there for them. I have Aisha's number too. I think she sent it on the IM. So, yeah. What did they at least get a nice severance package? Uh, oh, so she got an extra month's worth of pay? Okay. Nice. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Right. Yeah, yeah. Right, right. Yeah, I hear you there. They got plenty of it. They got plenty. Yeah, especially Schwab. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh, wow. So she's getting 3 months basically worth of pay, and then she's getting a severance package on top of that. Nice. That's nice. Does that include TD Ameritrade? Oh, that's good. At least they, yeah. I figured Schwab would. They don't want to piss people off, so they're gonna be, they're gonna, yeah, 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 right, yeah, okay, mhm, okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad they got a decent severance and decent package and stuff. That's always really important. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I mean, from from my questions, I mean, I think they're pretty much answered, and I think, I guess we'll just see going forward what will happen. I guess shake out in the next week or so. So okay, are they all in Jersey? The whole team? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, isn't Jersey? Is that a remote site? Or yeah. Yeah. Um. No, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay. All right. Bye, Maggie.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Ellison. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You call a quick out on third down? I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got it with room to run. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. The Beavers looking to run some tempo here.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Here's the second down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down. And the Beavers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Beavers move into the red zone. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking to throw it again. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Yet another incomplete pass, and this offense simply hasn't accomplished anything at all through the air today. Time is of the essence now, and a comeback seems improbable to me.
He'll hand it off. He's brought down, but good for a first and goal at the 4. And the Beavers will line up here on first down and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it sets up a second and goal from the 4. The backs got it. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. They break the huddle on third and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. The play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Oregon State. This offense is still clicking.
This is called having confidence in an offensive line and a running back. 4th down and goal, you pound it in for the touchdown.
And the PAT makes it a 10-point deficit, 31-21. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Oregon State, 21.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Washington State's offense back on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Scanning the field, it's Coleman. Quick spin on the run. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking for his back. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. Any hopes of a conference championship depend on scoring and scoring quickly. Can they make a play? Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Running back has it on a screen now. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
At this point in the game, Chris, these guys have got to get the ball thrown downfield. You're down by a couple possessions. The clock is becoming your enemy. You need vertical shots downfield. These short gains are not going to help you.
Grab near the sticks. It's Lions. Finally marked out after a...
You need a haircut?
No, I think I'm good. Are you setting him up or something?
I made one for today, and Tyler said he wanted it, and now he says he doesn't.
Oh.
I don't want to cancel the guy last minute.
Why does he not want it?
He said, I have one for today at 5 and one for Friday at 5. And I'm going to take him today and Travis Friday. And he's saying he wants the Friday one. But I don't want to make Travis go today because he has Janet and he has homework. So, I'm like, why did he even go?
What are you doing here, boy? What are you doing here, boy? Katie, get some.
Got it. Bye.
See.
But hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Solid gain on the play there. Wiped out by the penalty flag. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Lions. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. 1st down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Looking deep to the right side. But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball.
Katie? What do you need, Katie? What do you need?
avoid the tackle there with a slide. They crank up the tempo here for this important third.
Hey, what are you doing? Katie, you trying to lock me in here? They trying to be a bit of butt lock me in here? Mom.
Out of the gun now on third down. It is intercepted. Breaks into the open. Across the 40. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Handoff to the back. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.